Because y'all need to see the PowerPoint on the computer. Don't get in front of anybody, Wallace.
Oh, it's Bobby Sanders.
Can you see? You don't have to be sure. Alright. Alright. We've made our books. We've been going through this. Our books are made. What we're going to talk about today is called critiquing. It's called critiquing. Alright? Critiquing. There we go. Critiquing. What does it mean? What do you think critiquing means? What do you think that means, Brandon?
Critiquing means it's somebody's opinion on if it's good or not, or it's just really somebody's opinion.
Okay, somebody's opinion, okay, on whether it's good or not. Anybody else have a definition of critique? What do you think? You've heard this word before. Just what do you think critique is? Tell you what, talk amongst yourselves. Anybody? Talk amongst yourselves, get a definition of critique. Carmen, talk to Kimmy. Kimmy, talk to Preston. Preston, talk to Josh. Talk across each other. Talk to whoever you want to talk to. Get a definition for critiquing. Critique. Oh, thank you, Aubrey. I like that question. What do you think it means? I like that. Go.
Tweaking?
Critique. Help him say the word.
I know how to spell tweaking.
I can't say it now because you want it. Critiquing.
Creative.
If I can't even say it.
Critiquing. Critique like antique.
Did
you say antique or just say
Messing things up? What do you mean? Not the critique.
Critiquing.
I listen to like.
Okay, you can critique arts. How would you critique art? That's a good way. That's a good thing to do. How would you do that?
Yeah, we're not even talking about the word.
Like,
we're just talking about how to say it.
It's on a piece of paper.
He said, like, you're just thinking about it. You have to take a test. He says, like, an art, and you just painted what you were thinking about.
Okay, what you think? Okay.
He's trying to just know the answer before he even takes the test.
It was his fault. It was him.
Alright, hocus pocus.
Everybody focus.
Alright, I heard a few people discussing. I heard people just trying to say the word. We got to try better. Just remember our rules. What are our rules?
Try your best at all times.
Try your best at all times. Were you trying your best right there?
I'm trying.
Were you trying your best? Can I hear a no, sir?
No, sir.
Thank you very much. Can you try your best for me? Can I hear a yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Aubrey, can you try your best for me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Can y'all try your best for me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I really need y'all to try your best because this is very important. Because what does it mean? Brandon, you pretty much hit the nail on the head the first time. It is a serious examination or a judgment of something constructive. It's criticism. Constructive criticism is always appreciated. Constructive criticism, that's a weird word. What does it mean to construct something? To build. Constructive criticism. Criticism that builds up. Have you ever done something and somebody looks at it and says, "That's dumb. That's stupid. I can't believe you made that. Why did you do that? That's ugly." Is that constructive?
No.
No, that's destructive. That brings you down. You spent a long time on this. You did hard work on this, and they just messed you up. They said, it's horrible. That is not constructive criticism. Constructive criticism gives suggestions. It tells positives. It says what's positive. Yes, Kimmy?
It, like if you did like something and they said that, it would bring down your confidence instead of building it up.
Exactly, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build each other up because we all want to become better writers. Y'all been working a long time on these books, haven't you? Yes, and you have got to edit and you've got to revise because you want to become better than you are right now. And one way to do that is to use peer critiquing. Your peers are the people around you, your grade members, your teachers. Everybody around you are your peers, your group, exactly. An essay or an article that gives a critical evaluation as a book or play, those are some things that you can critique. We're going to be critiquing our books today. So, I'm glad you said that about the group. Carmen, because right now I want you to think, and you can look up here if you need to at our process skills. What process skills do you think we're going to be using today, since we are going to be peer critiquing? Remember, the people around you.
Thinking skills.
Okay, you're going to be using your thinking skills. What type of thinking skills? Creative thinking skills, exactly. You're going to be using your thinking skills. Alright? Decision-making skills. That's an excellent one. You're going to decide, how am I going to talk to this person? Group dynamics. Thank you.
I was about to say
Yes.
leadership.
This is huge, group dynamics.
Evaluation skills.
Evaluation skills, because we are critiquing. We are evaluating. And yes, Aubrey, I heard you say leadership. You are going to have to take a leadership role, because you're going to have to step up and you're going to have to say, here's what you need to fix. And that's what leaders do. They're not afraid to step up and do that. So good job. One more. Kimmy?
I was going to say I can learn about myself.
Learning about yourself. Yes, because you're going to learn something about yourself. Okay, I'll take one more while I see that hand. Well, it's up there. Your learning styles? Okay, yeah, we are going to learn about our learning styles, because you had to use your learning style in order to make this book. Alright? Okay.
Self-directed learning.
Self-directed learning.
I can use time management skills, use your time wisely, and I can keep myself on task.
Very good. Alright. So, we've already talked about why it's important to critique. What did we say? What are some reasons? Why is it important to critique?
To let them know if it's
To let them know
if you should have improvements.
To let someone know if you have improvements. Just remind in the class what we talked about earlier.
Like if someone made something
Listen up, listen up.
and you were trying to judge something, you would try to tell them something nice about it instead of telling them something bad about it, so they can feel better about themselves.
Exactly. Telling somebody positive. Remember, that building up, that constructive criticism that we talked about. Exactly. Alright, let's move forward. Alright, so we talked about why it's important. How could being able to critique things help us outside the classroom? Think about, after we leave here, we're going to be learning how to critique today. How can that help us outside of here? How can we actually use that in the real world?
In case we have a project on a science fair or something.
There you go. In case we have a project in another classroom, you can critique. You can, like if you're working with a partner, or maybe you could critique yourself, which is next week's lesson. Thank you for bringing that up.
Like if someone was trying to get a job like later on in your life and they said they were nervous about doing it, and they could say like something positive and that they need to get this job.
Exactly. Maybe you're going out for a job, and you go to the job interview, and after you leave, are you just going to say, well, la-da-da, we'll see how that... No, you're going to critique yourself. Here's what I did. Maybe I need to say this next time. Maybe I need to sell myself more on this. Maybe I need to put this in my resume. Maybe I should have said this instead of that. Critiquing yourself. Making yourself better. Josh, last one.
If someone had a job and they told you if I could go, and they said, do I have the core management to go there? You criticalize them.
Yeah, very good. Alright, moving forward. Here are the guidelines. You are going to be doing some peer critiquing today. You are going to take a look at your classmates' books. Okay? And you are going to critique them. We are going to use constructive criticism. We are going to, number one, be respectful. If you wouldn't want it said about your own book, you don't say it about their book, okay? You're going to be respectful. Number two, you're going to give effort. Please, don't just go to that station. Don't go to the book and just sit there and read it. Okay, well, big deal, boring, but give a little bit of effort. We are looking at these books in order for you to help someone. You are helping the author become better. And number 3, have self-control. We're going to have self-control. This is not a go wild time. Yes, we are going to finally get to see our books. They're bound and they're ready to go. But we are not going to go crazy, all right? Let's take a look at a video real quick of some kids who have already done this. This is a funny video, hopefully, of what not to do.
Okay.
So when you watch this, watch what they're doing so that you don't do it.
Yeah.
All right?
Peer review can be a very valuable exercise for students of all grades. However, some people don't know how to do a quality peer review. Let's take a look at some of these peer review bozos. First, let's listen in as Picky Patty peer reviews her partner's paragraph. You have 2 ands in your paper. That's too many ands. You call that a period? There's a little line at the bottom. It looks like a comma. Ooh, half a centimeter of your title is not underlined.
Seriously?
Oh my gosh, you put such a big space between that word and that comma. If you don't care about the process, it ruins everything.
Don't be picky.
Spelled cat wrong. It's C-A-T, not K-A-T.
Yeah, sure.
I would rate your topic sentence a 3.
Yeah, whatever.
I would grade your paper D+.
Cool.
Then there's a person who just wants to interact with all the kids and groups nearby.
Hey, Bobby,
Seriously?
how do you spell the word word?
I don't know.
Do you agree with me that Bran, my partner, wrote the title wrong? You spelled intellectualizing.
Some peer reviewers give suggestions that do no good because they aren't specific enough. You spelled some words wrong, plus I think you're missing a few capitals.
Where are they?
On the paper.
Where on the paper?
Kind of everywhere. All over the paper. Some peer reviewers don't know how to give their suggestions in a kind way.
Your class number looks stupid.
That's the way I wrote the number.
Are you dumb? You're supposed to put a space between A and lot.
Gosh, I didn't know.
You spelled dinosaur so wrong, you shouldn't even try.
Fine, I'll go get a dictionary.
Some people don't have a clue when it comes to volume.
I love your topic sentence. Wow, you used the word plethora, which is such a rich use of vocabulary. I think you spelled Pachycephalosaurus wrong.
Have you ever worked with someone who insists on you taking her advice?
Fox is spelled F-O-A-X, not F-O-X.
Let me go get a dictionary.
Just change it. Do you, not trust me?
I think it's spelled F-O-X.
Just change it.
Well, it is my paper.
Listen, that's the way my mom spells it, so if you don't change it, you're going to be insulting me and my mom.
And I'm sure we've all done a peer review that got a little off topic.
I just did my push-ups. Yeah.
I don't really understand the sentence right there.
I can't wait till my birthday. Wait, it's under Sunday. That means I get to go to Chuck E. Cheese's.
Are you going to help me with the sentence?
Did you hear that?
I like that word you used.
I like Rosie.
Have you ever worked with someone who thinks peer review is a race to the finish?
You wrote in your margin. Well, how can I fix it? You wrote a summary, not a response to literature. What am I lacking on? Well, nothing. Well, your topic sentence needs a little changing. What would you rate it? I don't know. Number 4. How would you...
And lastly, a good way to ruin a quality peer review is to take the feedback personally.
Hey Dave, you forgot to underline your book title.
Well, why do you always bug me about it? It's just a little title.
I'm just saying.
It's my paper. I can do whatever I want.
Jeez.
What grade do you think I deserve?
I'm thinking maybe a C+.
Yours isn't that great either.
Oh, we're not talking about my paper.
Why are you always picking on me?
So there's a few things not to do.
Yeah.
Good reminders. Don't be pushy. Don't get so defensive. All we're doing is trying to make things a little better. If somebody says something about your paper, it's just their opinion, like Brandon said. And it's good to hear those opinions because maybe you could say, okay, you're right. Maybe I do need to revise. Maybe I did need to have a better topic sentence. All you're doing is you're just taking the critique. And you don't have to get upset. We're just trying to help each other. Alright? Here's what we're going to use. We're going to use the tag method. This is called Tag You're It. T. Tell the writer something you like. Alright? So when you get there, the very first thing you're going to do is what?
Tell the writer something you like.
So that way we start off with something positive. There you go, Carmen. We start with something positive. We're going to tell the writer something we like. Good. A. Ask the writer a question. Everybody, what's A?
Ask the writer a question.
Ask the writer a question. It could be, why did you use this word? Or, why is the character doing this? Or, why did you make this book the way you did? Or, why did you choose this picture to go along with this page of writing? It's just a simple question to clarify. Maybe it was something that you didn't understand, and maybe the writer of the book didn't think about that. Oh, yeah, they're right. If they had a question about that, maybe they didn't understand it all the way. And G. Give the writer a positive suggestion. What is G?
Give the writer a suggestion.
You're going to give the writer a positive suggestion. You're not going to look at it and say, this is a dumb, stupid book. You should never have written it. Maybe you could say, you know, your topic sentence was a little short. Maybe you could use another vocabulary word. That would help it a little bit. That's positive. It's just helping out, and it's not mean. So you're going to give the writer a positive suggestion. I'll have this at your table when we start our rotation, because what you're going to do is you're going to peer critique the classmates' writings. We're going to have the book spread out, and we're going to have our little booklet right here, and it's got the tag written on it. You're going to tell the writer something you like. You're going to ask the writer a question, and then you're going to give the writer a positive suggestion. Let's see if you can do that right now. Let's use this. Here's a student sample of a writing. Let's say that this was one of the pages that you had to read. Alright? My favorite season is fall. You can trick or treat on Halloween. I was the Grim Reaper last year. When it is fall, you can rake the leaves and then jump in them. Sometimes my brother makes me eat the leaves. Fall is the best. Now before we even critique this, let's look at that. Let's tell the writer something you like. Let's say I wrote this. Can you raise your hand and tell me something that you like? Oh, I hope they like it. Preston, I want to hear what you have to say. I wrote this. I worked so hard on it.
I like that it's in fall.
Oh, you like that it's in fall? So do I. I really like the season fall. Do you like the season fall?
That's
See?
my birthday.
Look at there. We've already made a connection. We made a connection to the reader and the author, and I like that. He likes fall. I like fall. Thank you. That was so nice of you. Tell me something positive. Tell me something you like. You know?
I liked how they were talking about it was like on Halloween, and that you gave a specific thing that you were the Grim Reaper.
That is, thank you so much. You know what? I really wanted that to be specific, because I wanted to let you know what I'm really into, and I was the Grim Reaper, scary Halloween. Yes, I like that. Thank you very much. All right, now let's look at A. Let's ask the reader, or ask the writer a question. Sorry. If there is a question that you would like to ask me, go for it. And about the writing, you don't have to say, just any question. Ask me a question about that, Brandon.
Why does your brother make you eat the leaves?
Why does my brother make me eat the leaves? You know what? You're right. I should have put a little more detail in there. Maybe I should have put, sometimes my brother makes me eat the leaves. And then I could have talked about what else we do in the leaves. We jump in the leaves, we like to crinkle them up, and we like to pretend that they're snow. I should have elaborated more on that. You're right. I'm glad you asked that question, because it got me thinking. Carmen.
Why did you write it?
Why did I write this? Okay, that's an excellent question. Maybe I wasn't specific. You know, I should have said something like, my favorite season is fall, and maybe I could have given more reasons. That's an excellent question. Thank you so much. And let's move on to G, because we're running out of time. G, give the writer a positive suggestion. Now, here's your turn. Here's where you actually get to give a critique. Now, remember, it's got to be positive. maybe there's something in there that you didn't really like, or maybe there's something that really needs help, but you're going to try and say it in a nice way. You think you can do that? Alright, so someone give me a suggestion. How can I make this better? Wallace, I see that hand wanting to go up. You think you got a suggestion for me? You can give me any suggestion you want. How can I make this better? I mean, you've already told me something you like, so obviously I got something in there you like. You want to come back to you? You want to think a little more? Okay, I'll let you think. Aubrey, tell me something that I need to fix in a positive way.
Whenever you put, my brother makes me eat the leaves, you misspelled mate.
Oh, thank you. That was, you know what? I did misspell makes. I'm sorry. You know what? That was positive. He didn't say, are you dumb? You misspelled this. He didn't say, genius, hello, we spell makes with a K. No, he said, when you were writing the sentence, you misspelled makes. He just mentioned it and let it be. Thank you, Aubrey. Carmen?
I really like the last sentence, but you forgot period or exclamation mark.
Carmen, that was so kind of you. I really like the last sentence, but you need a period. Works for me. Wallace, you got anything for me? Haven't forgot about you. Tell me something I need to fix. And it doesn't have to be grammatical either. It could be something like, my favorite season is fall. Maybe you should change favorite to I really love the season of fall, because it really expresses how you feel about that season. You think a little bit more? Think hard, because I'm going to call in some more. Okay. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know if I capitalized trick or treat or not. But thank you for pointing that out.
On my favorite season is fall. On favorite, you can use a more creative word.
I could use a more creative word. I could go to a dictionary or a thesaurus if I needed to, or if maybe do you know a better word than favorite? You could always ask and write it down. Exactly. Josh?
I love the passage, but how do you feel about it?
Okay. Thank you. You love the passage, but tell me how you really feel. He wants more feeling in there. He wants more feeling words. Okay. Okay. Give me, and then we're going to go back to Wallace, see if he has anything for me.
First, I have a word for favorite.
Okay.
You could put my most interesting season is fall.
The most interesting season to me is fall. Okay, you're right. I could change it to interesting, and maybe I could tell some interesting facts instead of why it's my favorite. Very good.
And you can also go into your passage and think about fall a little bit more, and maybe put more details. So if a person didn't know about fall, maybe they could look at your passage and know a little bit more.
All right. Wallace, got anything for me, buddy? Okay. So you get the last?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could put the brother name instead of
Okay, I could put my brother's name. You're right. That would make it a little bit more connected to people. And maybe you would ask, oh, who's your brother? And a little more about your family, and it makes it a little more personal. I like that suggestion. Thank you for that. Way to think. Aubrey, you've been shaking your hand. I can't miss you there, buddy.
When you say my favorite season is fall, what about Halloween after that instead of saying something about fall first?
You know what, Aubrey? You're right. I just immediately brought up fall, or Halloween. I should have said something a little more about fall. Maybe the crispness of the air, or the changing of the leaves, or how the temperature is getting a little colder. You're right. I should have included more details about fall. That is exactly how you peer critique. You weren't mean. You gave me something that you liked, you had some questions, and then you told me how to fix it. That's exactly what you are going to do today. Okay, we'll just skip that one. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to split up into groups. I'm going to pair you off into twos, but we're going to kind of interact in our groups a little bit. And what we're going to do, let me make sure that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. Alright. We're going to take a look at our books. This is going to be your peer critique booklet. Now, I've showed it to you, but let's go a little more in detail. When you get to a certain book, it's not going to be yours. It says, critique completed by. Write your name on that paper. And then you're going to follow the tag method. You're going to tell the writer something you like. You're going to ask the writer a question. And then you're going to give the writer a positive suggestion. You're just going to write it on this piece of paper. Okay? And then, when time is up, we're going to rotate to the next station. You're going to flip the page. And you're going to do the same thing again to the next book. Alright? Clear as mud? Alright, so Aubrey, Lindy, you stay here. Brandon, Wallace, go to that table over there. Carmen, Preston, very carefully go to that table right there next to our camera person. And you two, right here. Remember, we're going to rewrite, fix, and edit some of our works when we're finished. You may see something, because we can change the books easily. We'll just take the page out and fix it if we need to. Okay. Let's see. Where's your partner? There he is. Okay. Alright, and this will be on the table so you can see it, the tag. Make sure you get a pencil. I'm going to bring you a book. And we're going to get a chance to critique all of them. When you get to your book, you get to take a look at this and see what people are saying. Alright? So when you get to your book at your station, you read what's going on. Take a moment to look at your book as well. We haven't had a chance to look at them since they've been bound. Alright? Oh, did I drop one? Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, where did I... Wallace, you got this. Alright. Let's start right... Yes, sir.
Wallace was immediately switched right here.
It's okay. And who does not have a book?
Wallace.
What's that book? That's my book. Oh. No.
Alright, before you start, here's your critique booklet. You're going to start on that very first page. Write your name on that. That way and this booklet's going to stay with that book. The only thing that's going to rotate is your pencil and your body. And remember those process skills that we're working on. This is group dynamics. We're using creative thinking skills. Get it on. There we go. And who does not have a booklet? Josh, did I give you one, buddy? Alright. Alright. Remember, tag. Tell the reader something that you like. Ask the writer a question. Give the writer a positive suggestion. This is going to be a peer critique because you are getting to critique your classmates. Read the story and follow the tag. You may begin. Make sure you're reading. You have to read. You can look at the pictures, but make sure you also read the words. And then tag your writer. Tell them something you like, ask them a question, and give the writer a positive suggestion. I'm going to look over your shoulder and watch you do this because that's how I know you understand. If you can properly tag someone, then I know you got it. Remember, tell the writer something you like, ask the writer a question, give the writer a positive suggestion. That's very positive. There are a lot of turtle lovers out there that would probably love a turtle book. That's a good question. Good question. I was wondering that myself. Perhaps down the water. Let's see this way. belt. All you really said was belt. What's my best friend? Yeah. You could add more feeling words there. Maybe a wah or a sound or something like that.
It says, individual writer a positive suggestion. I don't really have any suggestions. Yeah, true.
I'm sure there's something. And positive, yeah. You could say, I mean, you could say pretty much anything. Is there any part of it, like maybe ask your question? Okay, so you wanted to know, he had his hat on backwards, and then it's on the cover, it's forward. A good suggestion might be, be consistent.
Right here.
That means if your pictures don't, be consistent means to make your pictures, if one of them looks like this, then you need to make it look like this. Like, it would look really weird if, like, in Little Red Riding Hood, all of a sudden Little Red Riding Hood had a yellow cloak. That's not consistent, because she was wearing a red hood this whole time, and now it's yellow. What happened? So something like that. If his hat was forward this whole time, why is it backwards now? What did he do? Exactly. And that's not unpositive. That's just something that you notice. Alright, everybody's just about finished. If you would, turn that page so your next person will have a nice clean paper to write on. I'm going to give you time. No, you're not going to critique it. Because that's next week. Self-critiquing is next week.
She's still recording. Self-critique. Except.
This is where you get to critique others' work.
And then
And then next week. Alright. Remember, self-control, be respectful. Switch one book to your right. Now, don't move the book, move your body. Don't move the book, move your body. That's the left, friend.
I knew that.
Don't move the book.
I knew
Yeah.
that.
Leave the pack.
The book.
Leave the
Keep
paper.
Here too. You need to write nothing? Oh, wait, I'm not bad. You flipped it. My
To
bad.
the right.
Annabelle and Max.
You're right there.
Bitches.
You're right there.
Tigers as friends.
You're right
Carmen.
there. And you are right there.
Is this made by Carmen?
to the same table.
Oh, yeah, it's made.
You'll make it all the way around.
Yeah, but why can't we just go to the same table we were at? The original version of the